Hello Salsation family, I am Hani, Salsation Elite Instructor in Germany, and this is the second video of a series of videos I am doing dedicating to share some memories and experiences I lived with some master trainers. In case you haven't seen my first video, you can find it in my YouTube channel. There I talked about Ika, Bloody and Grace, and in this opportunity I will share some memories and experiences I lived with 4 master trainers. I will begin with Maga, Salsation Master Trainer for Spain. I met Maga for the very first time in 2018 or 2019 in a Rimini wellness event in Italy, and at the time we wouldn't talk much. I didn't have much contact with her. At the time she was an elite instructor, and I remember I saw her on stage and my first impression was, wow, this girl is so good. She's so cheerful and also elegant in her movements. I really liked her a lot. She was dancing La Habana Me Llama. So definitely she made a really good first impression on me. But it wasn't until some years later where I had the opportunity to really know her better. I went to Spain, to Murcia, for an event with Ika and Roxana, and Maga was there. She was already a master trainer at the time, and we would talk about different things. I remember she was talking about someone that was doing the elite process, and that she would mention that person soon, an elite instructor, and she was feeling so proud about this person. I don't remember who, but she was talking so good about this person and feeling so proud, and I don't know, that gave me good vibes. After that event in Murcia, we saw each other again in Bibione, in Poland, in Madrid, and a month ago in the Salsation cruise. She is really so charismatic and so nice with everybody, and on stage, oh my god, I love her. I love her confidence. I love how she expressed, because she's strong but also delicate and elegant and sexy, and she shows this confidence that I wish I had more. And I was telling her, please, could you please give me some of that confidence? I need it. I love how she managed to express herself through dancing without over-expressing, without being it too much. My favorite choreography of her is Punto 40. I saw her on stage dancing that last year in Poland, and I was like, oh my god, I need to do this in class. The thing is, when I saw that choreography, I thought, okay, this would be a little bit of a challenge for me, because it's not the kind of choreographies I usually do in class, but I loved it so much that I told myself, no, I have to practice and bring it to class, and I did it. Other choreographies that I like from her, La Habana Me Llama, that is how I met her, and Bon Bon, I find it very fun. Only You, a nice romantic choreography. I haven't done in class it myself, but if I'm not wrong, Julia have done it in class and I danced it with her. Very nice choreography. The next master trainer I will mention is Ronal, Salsation Master Trainer for Germany. And if I am completely honest, the first time I saw Ronal was on YouTube, watching some of his videos, and from first impression from video, he didn't deliver me that much, but I knew many people would follow him and love his work. It was until 2019 in the Salsation Blast in Kuala Lumpur that I saw him live on stage, and I was like, okay, now I understand why he has so many followers and people like his work. He's also very fun, and he has this smile that is very contagious. He dances Animality that I actually brought in class at some point. After that, I had the chance to know him better, to talk to him, and yeah, I realized he's quite a personality. He's really a nice guy. He has no stress. He does his thing, And on stage, he's really, really good. He's a showman. In the last event in the Netherlands, he managed to explain a song without talking. He wasn't feeling well and he couldn't talk much, but he managed in some minutes to talk as Calorazo. Everybody was like paying attention and laughing. Actually, I haven't done many of his choreographies in my classes, but right now I'm doing Calorazo. I think it's a very fun and easy choreography to bring in class, but definitely he has other good choreographies like Whoa or Lala, the one he did with Alejandro. Now I will talk about Manuel, Salsation Master Trainer from Portugal. I am not sure if I saw him personally for the first time in 2018, if he was in the Salsation Blast in Cologne. If not, it was definitely in Latin Explosion 2019 in Berlin. And at that time, I didn't know much about him. I didn't know much about his work, but I had the chance to talk to him and he told me he was going to Peru some days or weeks later for a sport fitness event, and he would do a Salsation class also there. And I began to know more of his work when he began to do these collaborations with Federica. At the time, I was still a regular student of Federica, so I would learn all of her creations and collaborations. And the first one she did with Manuel was Maserati, and I fell in love of that choreography. I love it until now so much, one of my favorites. Also during Corona, I would see him often in some online events, in some online classes, and so I could know even more about his work. I have done in class some of his choreographies, for example, Shivers. I think everybody has done that at some point. Human, a choreography he did with Nana. Also, Don't Give Up on Me, that if I'm not wrong, he showed it at some online event and I fell in love with it. I recorded myself and I practiced it and I brought it to class as soon as I could. Also, the other two collaborations he did with Ika, No Copia and Beautiful Things. Love it, and also brought it in my classes. Something else that I can say about Manuel is that I think he's really dedicated master trainer for his community. I've been in Portugal for the first time this year for a Salsation event, and the event that he and Rita organized was wonderful. So well organized, what a great team they had. They had every single detailed plan. We felt so welcome. It was really a nice atmosphere, and you could tell, you can notice all the effort and work he has put in Salsation Portugal. So I am sure people in Portugal are very proud to have him as master trainer. The last master trainer I will mention in this video is Nana. Nana is someone very special for me. I saw her for the first time in the Salsation Blast 2018 in Cologne. She was dancing Utopia. While we were dancing that song, there was such an amazing energy in the room, everybody happy and screaming. But during that event, I couldn't actually meet her, I just saw her on stage. It was until 1 year later in the Salsation Blast in Kuala Lumpur that I had the chance to really know her a bit. After the Salsation Blast that time, there was also another event with her. It was actually the pilot, the very first version of what we know nowadays as motion to emotion. I am so happy and grateful I had the chance to be part of this. At the time she told us her story, and I realized she was also like me, a shy, introverted person. She told us some of the situations, difficulties that she could overcome in her life, and it was really inspiring for me because at that time I was still doubting, should I give classes, should I not? I was like always thinking I don't have the personality for it, but she was the confirmation I needed, the final confirmation that I needed to tell myself, hey, there are other people like you. There are other people that did it. So if she could do it, you can do it too. That is something that I kept telling myself. And also the event itself was really emotional, and I still have in my head this exercise that we did with closed eyes. It was about visualization, like looking yourself in a future, and that image is still here, Nana. Someday that will come true. After that, I met her in other events in different locations, also in Denmark. I went 2 times already, and she has this pure positive energy. She always delivers me good vibes. It's like I feel calm every time I'm around her. I feel like I can talk to her about many things. She would listen, she would give me advice, and her passion for salsation is amazing. I mean, it's really contagious. The first event I organized in Munich was 3 years ago. Yes, 3 years ago, right after Corona. My dream was to organize a salsation workshop with Ika and Nana, and I did everything that was in my power to bring her here to Munich, and we all loved having her here. I am looking forward for the next time that she comes to Munich. And about her work, I've done so many choreographies of her in class. Her dynamic warm-ups are everything. So of course I've done things like Utopia and Jumanji, but also other choreographies of her that I love are Champion. We learned that in One Motion to Emotion. That was really great experience. Suffocating, collaboration with Ika, one of my favorites. And from her latest creations, Good Energy, I'm having it right now in my playlist and I love it. Also the 2 choreographies of her that made me burst in happiness and sometimes tears is Alive and Viva la Vida. And actually now that we were in the cruise ship, she did a session of Motion to Emotion, and on the playlist she had Alive and Viva la Vida together, and it was like emotion after emotion. I couldn't anymore. I was like crying of happiness and nostalgia, but because it was the last day of the cruise, I was so full with emotion that I began to cry like a baby. I don't know how much my expression was, but Manuel was like looking at me. He came, I gave me a hug. I was like oh, Nana, you are really wonderful. I am so happy I met you. The world needs more people like you. Thank you so much for everything you do, really.
Make sure you attend an event because you want to keep growing, you want to keep learning, that you are keep being hungry for more. Not that we say it will never be enough, because you are enough just as you are, but you can always better in your skills. You can always investigate nice little paths that you walk down, and you see something that you can use in your classes, or take into your life and your lifestyle, which this is to many of us. It's a lifestyle.
That was all for today. I hope you liked it, and I am planning a third and last video about this topic, so stay tuned in my YouTube channel so you don't miss it. Bye bye.